Guys, we got Kris, Tanto, Paronto here, and
what am I looking at? Right here?
Right here. That's
Right
what we're
here.
looking at. Yeah, this is some new camera stuff, man,
Yes.
for live streaming and all
So
that. Really cool.
You had the hot guy Phil. Yeah, Phil Labonte, the smoking hot model lead singer for All That Remains. And now you got
now
the
you.
Now you got the ugly
what a
face.
disappointment.
I know.
I'm sure the people out there are not disappointed at this,
No,
Kris.
well, thank you. I think.
Kris, yeah, they're definitely not disappointed. I can assure you that. But we're excited, man. We like to have people on here that we have a lot of similarities with. And
of course.
We feel like we align ourselves with, like Phil.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of guys out there that like the stuff that we like and like the way we live our lives and all that. And you have a whole lot different path that not many of us can relate to.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, you've done some cool stuff, and unfortunately, you've done some things that I feel like I almost have to apologize to you. To deal with.
No.
You didn't. The stuff that you've done, and we're talking about the Benghazi stuff.
Sure.
We're not going to get all into that. Everybody knows your bio on that, but again, I feel like as an American that's proud of my country, I feel like we let you guys down. And it's important to me to tell you that.
Well, and that's just there's still good people in this country that actually care about this country and are willing to put others before themselves, where most people in DC aren't.
Absolutely.
But that's DC. And I think we're finally figuring that out, that we're able to get DC in itself and see this is a terrible, really a terrible place, lacks integrity, but the rest of the country doesn't. And that makes me proud. And me being a public speaker, speaking everywhere in the country, I'm gonna tell people out there there's hope, because I see the changes, and I've been able to see in the last 3 years just because I'm immersed.
But you nailed it. You got to get out of Washington D.C. to see
that.
You're not going to find it there.
No, you don't. And D.C. people are offended. I'm sorry. Change yourself. Fix yourself.
Yeah, I mean it's on them, not you.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to talk about some of the things you got going on, because I know. And look, guys, Kris has a lot going on. He's not going to be able to spend a ton of time with us, so we're going to talk about some of the things that I know you want to talk about.
Yeah.
We ran into you down at the Maxim Defense booth. You got some cool stuff that you're doing down there. The toolbox gun is what I'm calling it. What's going on with that?
Well, the toolbox, Tanto's toolbox.
Okay.
One thing I learned the last 3 years, which it can get cheesy, and it's always cheesy for me, marketing. It is
branding,
marketing,
brother.
And you got to brand it.
Right.
And that was one thing that I was told, and I learned. And I'm gonna take this off. That I learned. Oh no, I'm not gonna take it off because the mic's on there.
We put on your chain.
Here. Can you put on the chain?
Yeah.
But one thing, you have soft.
Pull that off first.
We're good. That over the last last 3 years, and this was told even, and I'll be honest, the people that did our book, the agents, we may have had different political opinions, but they did take care of us.
Right.
They were people of their words, and I had one. His name was Richard Abate, and fantastic, still friends with. We may have different opinions, political opinions, but he said, if you want to make this go, the book's only going to go so far, the movie's only going to go so far. And he says, you have a good story. Your charisma.
Right.
You got to brand Tanto. I'm like, that's right. Because you don't want to do that.
That's right.
Come on, you don't get in this job to brand yourself. You don't do these things you do to go. But it just is kind of morphed within itself. And I listen to him, and I listen to other people around me that know more than me. And with the Tanto's toolbox, it was like, well, it works. It's something different because there's foundation guns out there. There's tons of them.
That's right.
But just like that's why we're at the SHOT Show. What's a little different? That's what
you got to have your niche.
Yep. And working with Maxim Defense, Mike Winfield over there. I got in with them when they had their first CQB buttstock.
Oh wow.
First one.
Great buttstock.
Great buttstock. And the boom came on, and they have a great muckworks department, and we're like, we need to start doing an entire system.
Yeah.
So basically, the Tanto's toolbox, it's not a full Maxim Defense system. That will be coming.
Okay.
That's coming.
Gotcha.
But it's where we could do, let's start putting more aspects. Now it's their own rail system. Now we got the PDW buttstock on it, because it is a PDW. And now we also have some good, it's a DRD lower and a DRD upper. But it was the first starting of getting into a full Maxim system. But it also helps foundations and helps my foundation. 14 hours, 14hours.org, and or the 14th Hour Foundation.
Right.
And that foundation within itself, after speaking for so many last 3 years, being a speaker, speaking amongst other foundations, helping support them, it helps all the services, contractors, first responders, EMTs, all the military, and I also help other foundations. We're supposed to be a team, right?
Yeah.
Now there's great foundations out there. They're fantastic, but a lot of them help just particular units or particular genres or particular branches of service where it's like, hey, let's do everything.
Yeah.
And then I'll help your foundations out as well. And that's where it came from. Mike was the one that was willing to say, well, look, why don't we do a gun and those proceeds of that gun go to the foundation. And I'd
cool.
already been with Mike, and he makes a great product, and I'm gonna be with him forever because he is a man of his word, and that was huge as well.
Absolutely.
So that's what the Tanto's Toolbox is in a Tanto nutshell, which lasts about 30 minutes.
No, that's perfect. Actually, I mean, you told me everything I needed to know. Where can we find it?
MaximumDefense.com, or you can go on my website, KrisTantoParonto.com, or you can go on the 14hours.org. Don't go to 14th hour, because you'll get Lancome, the makeup. Unless you want to buy makeup. If you want to buy makeup, go ahead.
Option.
You know, Boone does. I mean, he does blush.
Right.
But 14hours.org, and you can find it there. But MaximumDefense.com and KrisTantoParonto.com.
Well, we'll take the links. We'll post all this, and we'll put the proper links in there.
Thank you very much.
Go to the right place. I know that there's some other things you work on right now. I know
we have the Battle Line
Tactical. That's what I'm talking about.
Battle Line Tactical. That's with me and Boone. Dave Benton, the sniper that was with me up there. He was a former Marine, and he was also in law enforcement before he started contracting. Well, him and I have been instructors for many years. Benghazi wasn't our first rodeo. We'd been doing quite a bit of stuff before that, about 18 years or stuff. And
I mean, that was private work, right?
That was private. That wasn't our military service.
Right.
And we've been doing 10 years of private work before that happened.
Yeah.
And him and I also were instructors in between contracts.
Okay.
So we would come in our time during our downtime or our off time from a deployment, and I'd go back to Blackwater, and I was a which is the OGA program, lead instructor, firearm tactics instructor. He'd go back to asymmetric warfare and train, or we meet up at Blackwater, or we meet up at some of the other training sites that I can't name, and we'd be instructors for it. And then I also was doing contract work where I was instructing local nationals in Afghanistan, Peru, and so bottom line is, long story short, we have a lot of tactical and protective operations experience, and and we were instructors for 10 years, and when all this happened, we kind of got away from that, or I did, and he kind of reminded me after 3 years, he goes, you don't look right, we need to get you back to what you like doing, and he talked me into it, and like, well, instead of going to work for somebody else, like, well, why don't we do it ourselves?
Yeah, that's right.
You got the name brand, you got it out there. We are instructors, we are certified instructors, we've instructed all around the world for many years. We do everything, and we are very personable, and if anybody that comes to our classes, they will see the dichotomy between Boone and Tanto that you see in 13 hours. It's exactly the same.
Really?
I am the goofy jackass, dumb, smart mouth, and he is empirically sound, even keel. But he is the whole of Tanto's.
He's here too, right?
Yeah, he's down in Maxim, but he reps Maxim as well.
I got you.
Maxim Defense too. So it's funny, people saying like, you guys, you don't look like the guys in the movie, and we don't. I don't look nothing like Pablo Schreiber. He's uglier than me. He's bigger than me, but he's uglier. Pablo's awesome. But the personalities, and that says a lot for Michael Bay in the movie, that the personalities are exact.
Yeah.
And it works, because we come off as instructors that we even do different ways of doing things.
Okay.
Boone does this different, I do this different, it works. You can learn different ways, but hey, as long as it works, we're not going to try to change it. There's not only the only way, one way, it's whatever way works.
The Ranger way, right?
There's the range. It is the Ranger way, and well done.
Yeah,
done. But it is well done. But that's what Battle Line is. It's Boone and I, and we do any sort of course from basic pistols to vehicle defense course, teaching you how to shoot in and out of vehicles.
Not to cut you off, but the uniqueness of what I was reading about the Battle Line was you guys are touring.
Yeah.
It's not like you have a facility where people are coming to. You're going to them.
It was and that we kind of got that from the MTT teams when we used to the mobile training teams when you're doing government contracts. You're doing MTT, and we didn't have a home range. We do now. We actually have 3 home ranges, and we're getting more home ranges all the time. To say that we have 1 home range, no, we have 88 Tactical in Tekamah, Nebraska. That's local for me. I'm on Wall. We have Big 3 East in DeLand, which is outside Daytona. He's in Florida. And then actually we did a training outside of Sherman, Texas with Larry the Black Bearded Cowboy. This down and at Whitesboro, Texas, and we had 29 people showed up for a concealed defensive carry course. And we can do that because there's 2 instructors, so we have that ability. But he's like, hey, you guys were great. Can we make this one of your home ranges? So that's the home range now. It may not be in Omaha or Florida. What that does is it allows us to come and train without having to go through all the talking to the range. What's the safety? Hey, here's your range.
That's right.
Run with it. And so but we do travel. We're going to do some more training in Pennsylvania in a month. Got to do stuff in Grand Junction, Colorado in a while. So and it's on the Battle Line Facebook page. We don't have the website up because I've been procrastinating getting my bio done. That's my fault. But people can find out on the Battle Line Facebook page of the different areas we're going to be, and they're open enrollment. Well, the majority of them are open enrollment. There are some private stuff, but the majority are just open courses. come have fun. We enjoy it.
I want to ask you a gun question because a lot of our folks out there are average guys. Okay, we know what rifle you're going to say, so I'm not even going to ask you about rifles. Okay, you know maximum defense is.
I'm gonna run that. I'm running that out every time.
What's your go-to handgun if something goes bump in the night? What do
you know? And it's simple, and you know they don't need any more media than they already get, or any more press. But it's Glock.
A Glock. Yeah.
I mean, it's simple.
It works.
It comes out Glock 19. I like the 17. My little build, and I'm still a runner, very avid runner. You know, so you get your IT band, your stuff gets stiff. The 19, because it's shorter than 17, it's more comfortable for everyday carry. 17, I would love to carry that every day because it is. You get more more bang for your buck, or getting a 45. You know, get one of the. And I don't carry a 45, so I don't know what the Glock 45 is, but they're
21 maybe.
I think it's 21, and I do have a Glock 22, the 40. They're not comfortable.
Right.
So you do sacrifice power, you do sacrifice the amount of bullets you can carry, the ammo capacity. I sacrifice for comfortability, but I make that up with training and being more effective with the shots, and also mindset. You got to have the mindset. Now, I'm not saying I could be surprised and a 12-year-old could get me in the alley and it could happen. But I've been through enough that I kind of know how to handle myself a few times. I'm not saying I'm every time, but I would hope I would be able to handle myself in a stressful situation. I've been tested a couple times. I came okay.
A little bit for 13 hours, right?
Yeah, that was one of those times.
Well, look, man, again, I appreciate your service to the country and the things you did. And again, you know, as an American, there's a lot of us that really felt bad about what went down. And we like the fact that you guys came through that and all you did over there.
Just everybody else stay strong, do the right thing, even if we sacrificed our careers to do the right thing, and if that helps everybody else do the right thing, it doesn't matter what's going to happen to you. If you do the right thing, you're always going to come out on top. And I hope this kind of shows people that it can happen.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited about Tanto's Toolbox.
Yes,
we're
sir.
Definitely post the links. People can go to that.
Thank you.
And Battle Line Tactical, we're excited about that too. Hopefully we can cross paths as you guys are going across the country.
Yes.
And we can come out and catch up with you. And I'm going to try to do that.
And thanks for letting me be so late. I mean, you guys
Chris,
are awesome.
No,
Thanks,
appreciate
guys.
you, brother.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, take care,
God
man.
bless you, brother.